money, but I had land. Had no money, but I had land. So I popped the tent up there and we got back to work. You know?
You're kidding me.
No, 100%.
You lived in a tent here?
Yeah.
To most people, this is just another Michigan farm. But to Alex Ball, who built it from the soil up, it feels more like a growing treasure.
Napa cabbages, we got beets, we've got arugula.
Dozens of bountiful crops today, but a success that wasn't always promised. Unlike most farmers who inherit good land and soil, Ball, a first-generation black farmer, started Old City Acres from scratch.
This is the only piece of land I could do that was in my price range, and that price range was under $20,000.
But cheap land meant more challenges. Ball spending the first 2 years at a net loss while working to build a water drainage system. At one point, he was forced to choose good roots in the ground or a good roof over his head.
Had no money, but I had land. So I popped the tent up there and we got back to work. You know?
You're kidding me.
No, 100%.
You lived in a tent here?
Yeah. Yeah, for a year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I sure did.
All right, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and The Good Faith Show is only exclusively on the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter. And I can have some shameless plugs for you guys right here. On the bottom of the ticker, follow the ATP Network crew. That's our tags right there. And also, to follow the official ATP Network Twitter account, the handle right there at ATP Network 247. And while you're at it, why not give the video a thumbs up? Just like it. Like the video. It's free. It don't cost you a thing. So when y'all like the videos, it pushes us out more. So thank you guys for that. So yeah, I know y'all saw what I saw. Like only in America where working class people have to sacrifice shit. Like Like why this guy can't have an house and a farm? Like he spent $20,000 on that little piece of land. Like that's not a big farmland at all. So in my eyes, I feel like he got cheated. And second of all, like that's what you have to do. Like you have to either eat food, like buy food from the grocery store, or get your teeth done. Well, you have nice teeth and hungry as fuck. Like that's America for a working class person. Or you either have to pay rent or have a major surgery done on your hand like my mama have to. Well, that's an example, like carpal tunnel. She had to have carpal tunnel surgery, but she didn't, fortunately she didn't have to make that sacrifice. But assuming she did, like that's where we at. And if you have carpal tunnel, like that shit is unbearable, especially when you sleep. It really hurts. So yeah, man, like yeah, I'm not surprising. And I liked it on that video. It said this is America KKK, America KKK. So yeah, I got a good bit of stuff to talk about. This is not gonna be a long stream. I want to stream longer, but due to time constraints today, I can only give y'all at least an hour. Probably a little less. I don't know. Um, the guy talk about that damn Kyle Kalinske, boy. He said some stuff that rubbed me the wrong way. Um, and I got an article from Mondo Weiss about Israel plan to force Palestinians out of Gaza. Um, then people are not happy about the leak, the signal chat leak, and people pointing their fingers at Pete Hegseth, and also to my girl Francesca Fiorentini, got fired by James. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting live stream. It's gonna be very interesting. So again, give the live stream a thumbs up if you are on Rumble and YouTube. And if you're on Twitter, I recommend you subscribe to the ATP network on YouTube. I know it might be a lot of work for some of you guys. I mean, Twitter is convenient, but Twitter, like my homeboy Love said, be on that bullshit. Like um like Elon doesn't know how to run Twitter. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. So yeah, go to YouTube. At least it's more stable there. Even though I have my problems with YouTube, but hey, YouTube is unfortunately the only major um, user-generated content platform that's reliable. So go to YouTube, guys. Like I appreciate you watching on Twitter, but go to YouTube. But I still going on Twitter. No problem with that. So all right, guys. Enough of me blabbering. Let me get to the first. All right, guys. So I'm gonna just be on the limb and say I do not hate Kyle Kalinske at all. I like Kyle Kalinske. Like he's like in terms of the boutique level, the professional managerial class, or whatever you call these type of people that's on the left. Um, he's the most tolerable one. Like I don't care for the other ones, other PMCs, because they are, yeah, like you can tell, like some people are full of crap, and some people are like, I guess they think they are reasonable. I think Cal is on the he think he reasonable type of a lane. So I don't really have problems with Cal Kalinske. Like Cal is one confusing guy. Like 1 minute he'll criticize the Democrats, then the next minute he'll you know find ways to give them credit for crumbs. Like I just don't get it. Like I talked about Cal Kalinske a couple of times on this network. Like that the Bernie to Trump pipeline phenomenon. That need to be a case study. Like he implicated Jimmy Dore and I think Glenn Greenwald and somebody else. I forgot, but yeah, like that was weird. But anyway, ignore those Vanguard dudes. I tried to find this video on YouTube and I can't find it. So the Vanguard was the only channel that had this video. I don't know whether Kyle Kalinske deleted it. I don't know why. I mean, my guy, like you acting like what Bernie Sanders and AOC doing so transformative. It's gonna make the world a better place, but you apparently deleted it, and it's not on Twitter because Kyle don't post those type of videos on Twitter on his Twitter account. So yeah, so it's well, It's just, I think it's about a minute of him talking, and they're gonna talk. I don't want to hear what they gotta say. What they are irrelevant. Just listening to what he's saying. Then I'm gonna, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to say. Here we go.
Just the other day, and I'm sure you've all seen like clips and pictures and videos from it. AOC and Bernie Sanders had just record-breaking rallies over the past few days. The reason why this is such an important story is because it's a mask-off moment. It's a true mask-off moment. And what I mean by that is the dividing lines are so fucking clear. Basically, anybody who says positive things about these rallies, in this moment right now, fighting Trump, they're an ally.
Kyle, I hate to tell you this, my guy, but going to quote unquote red areas, fighting Trump, or I'm gonna say it like this: Bernie Sanders and AOC fighting Trump. I hate to tell you, bro, they're not fighting Trump. What they're doing is they are sheep herding people that are probably done the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party's done. They're toast. I don't think Bernie Sanders could save it. I don't think AOC could save it. Like, they're done. Like, I don't even think they'll win the midterms, because favorability among Democrats, according to polls, are low. Like, usually now, since Trump, to be honest with you, is fucking up, usually the other party goes up. Like, so, yeah. Fighting Trump by what? Holding rallies, tell people that, the Republican oligarchy is bad, but the Democratic oligarchy is good. Like, shout out to Breonna Joy Gray. She's told the truth. Like, Bernie and AOC will be the same people that are going to tell people to vote for the party that the oligarchy supports as well in 2028. So yeah, miss me with that crap, man. Just miss me with it.
They're an ally. They're on the right side. They're going to stand up and fight back against fascism. But by the same token, anybody who utters a peep of disagreement, they are not an ally. They are an enemy. Right? Again, this is a
See, he's talking about me. He's talking about RBN, Breonna Joy Gray. He's talking about people that call this shit out, saying it's a joke. It really is a joke. Like, bro, like most of us, like the people you talking about, do not support the Democratic Party, Kyle. Like, you acting like we on y'all side. See, y'all support the Democrats. You and Crystal and David Dole and them other people. Like, y'all Democrats that want health care. We're saying is that, hey, like, Bernie Sanders is doing the same shit he been doing for the last 10 years, to be honest with you. Telling you that, oh, the oligarchy's bad, oh, this and that and that. And he still bent his knee to the same party that fucked him over twice. Twice. Like my thing is, what common sense to me says, like, when MSNBC start talking about your quote unquote fight the oligarchy rallies, yeah, like, that's a red flag, because MSNBC is the Democratic, of Fox News. Like, Fox News is the Republican version. Like, you get to, I know what I'm saying. So yeah, like, I'm not an ally to Democrats, bro. I'm an ally to, like, having a general strike or organizing, building community, mutual aid. Like, electoral politics is, to be honest with you, on the federal level, is like dead at the moment. Like, third parties, I love the Green Party. I don't agree with the Green Party on a lot of stuff. I think they should reach out to black people more. I think they're improving on it. They are. Reparations, they're making reparations part of they party, what you call it, structure or whatever. Like, but again, it's like, unless, like, y'all said, hey, we need to form a third party and shit like that, like, bro, like, of course we're gonna call them out on their bullshit. Like, AOC is the same one. AOC and Bernie is the same people that literally, shit. Excuse my brain. I got brain farts. They are the same ones that supported Biden before the primaries, the quote-unquote primaries, which really wasn't a primary. So, yeah. But they're fighting the oligarchy. Okay. So, yeah, here we go.
Mask off moment where people are truly revealing their colors and showing you where they stand when the chips are down. They can see these things. So again, I want to reiterate, literally anybody you see who's trying to tamp down enthusiasm for the Bernie and AOC rallies or the Tim Walz town halls or the Ro Khanna town halls, anybody who's doing that, dismiss them. They are not your ally. They are your enemy.
So you saying counsel people like me? Well, not even me. I'm a small piece, but the more notable people have been calling this shit out, saying that it's a sham, like it is. It's a joke, Kyle. Like, it's not gonna do any good. Democrats love oligarchy, just like the Republicans love oligarchy. Like, I hate to say it like this. No, I don't hate to say it like this. I don't want to keep saying it. Like, if Elon gave the Democrats or whoever the Democratic candidate hundreds of millions of dollars, do you don't think that they'll take it? See what I'm saying? Like, they both the same party. You acting like what AOC and Bernie doing is so transformative. Oh, and Tim Walz, yeah, he said that the Democrats need to run on the voters. Democratic voters said they need universal health care, but Tim Walz no, they ain't gonna do that. Like the Democratic Party is tied to Big Pharma, to the health insurance lobby. Like, I mean, in Ro Khanna, don't get me started over here. He man bringing up Ro Khanna town halls. Oh wow, so transformative. Like, things need to get done now. Like ALC and Bernie, I bet they saying in these rallies, I can't be for sure that 2028, 2026 and 2028. We gotta get the oligarchy out. Yeah, right. Oh, jeez. Here we go. A few more seconds, I think.
Because if you can't look at the most effective resistance to Donald Trump and say, hey, despite my disagreements with it, obviously.
Oh, shit. This man said what Bernie and AOC, Tim Walz, and Ro Khanna is doing is the resistance to Donald Trump. Man, it reminds me of like Trump's first term when the resistance liberals coming out, acting like they're resisting him, which behind the scenes they're friends with him. Like, give me a break. They're not resisting Trump. They just know the Democratic Party is in shambles, and they trying to clean up their image by forming these rallies, and I guess in red and purple districts. Come on, man. It was a joke, Kyle. It was a joke.
These people are correct on the broader question, and we should back them right now. If they can't do that, they're not an ally. They are an enemy. I've even seen some fake lefties doing the same thing, where they act like, Bernie's going to sell us out, and Bernie's not good enough. So let me get this straight. Bernie's not good. We're staring down the barrel of fucking fascism right in front of
Cal, I know you had a front row ticket to Bernie 2 presidential elections, right? You was the one that promoted him. Like, you had him, he was on your show. Y'all, you talked about him like he was gonna be the new FDR, which he wasn't. Like, yeah. But I mean, like, come on, man. And then he call us fake leftists because we're not going along with the sham of rallies of what AOC and Bernie are doing. Like, give me a break, bro. It is a joke. Actually, I consider you guys the fake leftists because y'all the same motherfuckers that tell your audience, like, you guys have millions of followings, man. Like, that's sad. Like, you have to go onto my little bitty baby channel with 1,200, barely that, and I have to say that the Democratic Party is corrupted and we need our own fucking party. Now, a third party, not our own fucking. Like, come on, man. But I'm a fake leftist for saying that, hey, we need to organize on the ground, do mutual aid, do it. Look like Afeni. Like what Afeni's doing. Like Afeni, like I believe like 98% of what Afeni doing now is on the ground base because she realized that shit is fucking real right now. And RBN following suit, and I need to follow suit as well. Why you guys are just up your Fifi's hurt on because a few people on Twitter said that this rally is a sham. And you're gonna call them a fake leftist. Okay. Oh God. Telling you, man.
In front of our eyes. No due process, no habeas corpus, constitution shredded, colonialism and imperialism from the 1800s returning, a market crash based on horrible economic policies, a war on the working class.
Yeah, Kyle, I agree. All that shit is bad, bro. But fascism has already been here with Biden, bro. Like, okay. Yeah, that shit's bad. I mean, it happened under Biden too. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and say this shit started with Trump. Like hell, we could go back to the George Bush years. And don't you think that liberalism? I know you don't really care, but don't you think that liberalism is the reason why we in the shithole we in now? Like liberalism, that's what liberalism does. It takes something that you building something up, and liberalism just slack it back down. That's what liberalism do. But you'll call the real leftists fake. And I could call you guys fake. Okay. Oh God.
Tax increase on the bottom 95% of Americans while you cut it for corporations and the wealthy. You're looking at all of that, and you're going to fucking nitpick the people leading the resistance. And in this moment...
Dude, you acting like this shit just happening on the Republicans, bro. You literally acting like this shit started under the Republican Party. Like, bro. Oh, Cal been relaxing too long, bro. Too long. Now he's... See, this is shit that me and Liz was talking about. Like we do people like him and Crystal Ball and these other people, like, you know, when Biden was in there. Let's give Biden credit when credit is due. Let's not, criticize him on everything. That's what they were saying. Now Trump is raising hell just like Biden did. Oh God! Oh, Bernie's trying to save the day, and you fake leftists, Twitter with your 10,000 followers, criticizing him. Yeah, I said what I said. I said that this town hall shit is nothing but cosplaying, and it's sheep herding people back to the Democratic Party. That's what it is. He don't want to hear that.
It's the left-wing Tea Party moment, y'all.
Franklin Universe.
No, it's not. Kyle, stop, man. Come on. Kyle bullshit. He bullshitting. Left-wing Tea Party.
City makes it possible.
Left-wing Tea Party. What? I'm waiting for these ads to go by, man. Jeez. Wait for these ads to go by. I can't believe this guy said left-wing Tea Party. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Even that was, even the regular Tea Party, it had momentum, but where's the Tea Party now? Like, yeah, I thought. That's what I thought. I remember that shit when I was younger. Remember hearing about the Tea Party, Republic. Yeah. Come on, man. It's longer than I thought.
And I agree with Kyle, by the way. We have a little bit more of this to react to, but
so yeah, that's it. I mean, like, come on, man. I'm just saying, like, it's a little bit more, guys. I'm waiting for them dudes to shut the fuck up. I'm finna share my screen again. Yeah, I don't want to hear what they gotta say. Oh shit. All right, here we go.
For generations.
Playing around. We are not fucking around. So this is what I need everybody to understand. People are outing themselves in this moment. Take note. Anybody who's like, oh, for this reason and that reason and that reason, actually, it's not great that Bernie and AOC are shattering records and leading the resistance and showing us the way out of the wilderness. If they are saying that, they are your enemy.
How But how did he getting us out of this, Kyle? By telling us to vote for more progressives? You know, I knew Bernie was full of shit when not the first election. Like a lot of people forgave him for that. I wouldn't say forgave, but they looked over it. But when he didn't drop out and ran as a third party candidate, I like, yeah, he's full of shit. Yeah, he's full of shit. You know, I still got a conspiracy theory of the Democrats got some kind of P tape on this guy. For some reason, I just had that feeling. They got some Bernie, you don't know, nah, hey, like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, boy.
They are not your ally. Be careful of people trying to hijack this moment. And
you know what, though? I could say you guys are not our allies. Like, you guys want to do shit the easy way. Like, y'all want to vote y'all way through. Like, see, y'all comfy YouTubers. Like, y'all make millions of dollars doing this shit. I don't make a fucking dime doing this. And I don't even care. Even if we're monetized, like, the money is going to Liz because she needs it. And, you know, Travis or whatever, or Mike, like, they are working class people. I'm working class too, but, you know, like, they need it more than I do. But I'm just saying, like, I don't do this for the money, man. Like Kyle, I said earlier, like, hey, like, I don't think you really doing this for the money, because you don't have ads, like, you don't advertise anything. I think the people that are supposed to be left, like, independent media. Now, I ain't talking about people that talk about cars and shit, like, you know, that's different. I'm talking about people that does what I'm doing. Now, they have ads in their videos, they promoting stuff, and yeah, you know, yeah, you grifting, but I just don't know, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, y'all not allies either, bro. Like, 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 y'all want you to talk to at least RBN. RBN, y'all know who RBN is. He ain't gonna talk to me. I'm irrelevant. But I'm just saying, people that bigger at me, yeah, y'all won't even talk to them. Like, y'all can't even have a good conversation. The only person that I say from your camp is willing to talk is George Sheridan. And, you know, I like George Sheridan. I like him. I don't agree with everything he says. I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna agree with what I say. But, like, that's all, you know, at least some of us ask. Like, you guys need to talk to the people that are actually on the ground doing work. Like, y'all, like, now, Kyle, in your video, now you saying that people need to get out in the streets when you should be saying that fucking 5 or 6 years ago, bro. Like, and then I'm still, like, kind of pissed at you for shitting on defund the police. Like, but, you know, I look over that shit. Hey, it's your opinion. Like somebody say, everybody got a pen like they got an ass. So, a few more seconds, I guess.
you have to beware those charlatans, man. You have to be, again, we welcome anybody and everybody in the tent who is willing to fight back against Trump. But
you know what, though? The fake lefties, Kyle, that you're talking about? Hey, not only fight back against Trump, fight back against the whole system. It's not just Trump. Like, it's the whole system that's fucked up. Trump is the symptom. Trump is doing what the system wants him to do. Like, the system don't. The system is already fucking us over every day. Like, what Trump doing, he just pushing the goalposts more and more. You see what I'm saying? Like, Biden is part of that system too as well. Obama was part of that system. George Bush, Clinton, like, the whole system, not just Trump. See, y'all making it about Trump this, Trump that. Yes, Trump doing some horrible shit. But at the end of the day, like, the bigger, like, it's bigger, like, the situation now why America is so shitty, it's bigger than Trump. I just don't.
if you are trying to tamp down the enthusiasm of the people who have proven they can lead the resistance and get us out of this mess.
Yeah, lead the resistance, and then say, hey, vote for these Democrats that get their money from the oligarchy. Okay. That's great advice for your audience.
If you're nitpicking them and saying, oh, I don't know if I agree with that, I don't think I like how they're doing it, Bitch, you have every opportunity in the world. You go set up your own event. You go do your own thing. Let me know how many fucking people you get. And when you don't...
Actually, RBN had a general strike 3.5 years ago, and none of you motherfuckers, I mean, y'all saw it, but none of you guys, well, her son Piker, I forgot about this. Somebody brought it up, shitted on it. Like, you and her son Piker, I'm pretty sure y'all know each other. Y'all do know each other. Like, we are doing our own thing. Like, we actually talking to our neighbors. Like, you're not telling people that. We are actually like Rome. He's getting people diapers. He's feeding people. He's clothing people. Savvy, she do things in Boston. JB Funt, he do things in Orlando, Florida. He feed people, clothe people. Nick, he do his thing in Kansas City. Like, yeah, people are actually doing this, what me and you are doing, and actually doing shit. And I need to do it too. But like, I'm saying y'all won't talk to them because y'all don't like what they have to say. See, I think I know what it is. I think that's why the left is what it is. Like, you got the PMCs and you got the radicals. Like, the reason why the radicals don't want to talk to the PMC, the PMCs don't want to talk to the radicals is because the PMCs want shit quick and easy. Like, they want to vote their way out. Like Justice Democrats. Yes, easy way, yeah. Vote out the more corrupt Democrats and get these people that's just going to fall in line with Nancy Pelosi, or as Kit Cabello said, Mama Bear Nancy. No, Ice Cream Nancy. Yeah.
Don't get as many as Bernie and AOC. You can go to Shut the Fuck Upsville. And you'd be surprised. A lot of people are shocking me in the sense that they're hopping on board and they seem to be genuinely down with the Democratic Tea Party. And then there's others who are pathetic losers who are trying to pretend like this is no big deal and don't look at it, and actually Bernie and AOC are wrong about this, this, and this. And here's what I have to say to those people. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, I'm done. Oh, man. Wow. Man, he's really upset. Damn, man. I ain't gonna say all that to you. Hey, Kyle. Kyle told the radical left to go fuck theyself. Very nice, as my boy Sap Callow 4 said. Very nice. He said, go fuck yourself. Oh, God. Yeah, these people are, I'm just gonna say it. These people are, they're sheep herders, man. Like, Bernie and ALC are sheep herders, man. You don't want to hear it. Like, you don't want to hear it. Like, you like, damn. Yeah, Kyle, you the one that called them out when they didn't do right. But again, like, you think these rallies with 30,000 people is gonna change shit? Then, bro, I don't know what to tell you. It takes action. What they're doing is sheep herding. That's not action. Disappointing you, Kyle. Very, man. All right, guys. Let me get to the next story. That was wild. All right, guys. Be sure to like the video. It's free and it don't cost you a damn thing. So, like the video. Do it. All right, guys. So, what are we talking about here? Hegseth. He's under fire. Because of the Signal chat leak. It says, this was CNN. It says concerns about Hegseth judgment come roaring back after group chat scandal, which is wild to me. Is that like how they had a group chat and had all those people in it. Like, a lot of people say no big deal. It's really not, because it really just exposed like, hey, we gonna bum Yemen because of the oil. Like, yeah, it's about the oil. But I'm for to read this, man. It says ever since news broke on Monday that top Trump officials discussed U.S. military attack plans in a group chat that inadvertently included a journalist, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has projected unflinching confidence. I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, you sure about that, Pete Hegseth? I don't know, man. Like, bro, like, you don't know who's in your, like, somebody was in there to see all those messages and screenshot them And yeah, you don't know what you're doing. And the crazy thing too, they said this could be this could like fall in line with espionage. No, it's just exposing what the United States empire has been doing forever. It's just exposing it to me. But it says by Wednesday, however, other defense officials was increasingly skeptical of that, especially after the Atlantic magazine revealed that details that Hegseth shared in the Signal chat about the pending strike on Houthi rebels in Yemen, including the timing and type of aircraft. It is safe to say that anybody in uniform could be caught martialized for this, a defense official told CNN. My most junior analysts know not to do this. National Security Advisor Mike Wallace has been criticized for inviting Atlantic editor Jeffrey Goldberg into the chat. Like, I still don't understand. Like, why in the hell would you invite a media like a German? Oh, the editor of the Atlantic to your fucking group chat about military conflict, about foreign national security, foreign whatever you call it. Like, like, what are we doing here, bro? Oh God. And CIA Director John Ratcliffe and the Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, both of whom were on the Signal chat, were grilled over 2 days of congressional testimony. But a former national intelligence official said it's Hegseth who looks particularly bad given the level of detail he shared. It says the egregious actor here is Hegseth, said one former senior intelligence official. He's in the bullseye now because he puts all this out on a Signal chat. And then, that would get me too. Like, bro, a Signal chat is like it's like Telegram. Like, what? Like, they don't know what they're doing. Why would you use Signal chat? Like, that don't even make any sense. Interviews with multiple current and former national security officials this week include career military and civilian officials reflect growing concerns about Hegseth leadership at the Pentagon. The group chat scandal is the latest in a series of what some officials say are examples of questionable judgment by the former Fox News host as he has struggled to implement consistent and durable policies across the Defense Department in the first 2 months as secretary. So yeah. So far, several high-profile initiatives spearheaded by Hegseth inside DoD since he was confirmed in January, including several related to the Southern Border Mission and a purge of DEI content, have either been scaled back or rescinded as he was rushed to implement changes demanded by President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. She said President Elon Musk too. The current and former officials said Rocky Start underscores both Hegseth's inexperience and his free-willing approach to leadership. Many of his orders are verbal and based on gut instinct rather than a deliberative, multi-layered process. People familiar with his methods said. Yeah, of course. Like, he's just like Trump. He want to go his own way. You can't tell him anything. Like, first of all, it's the same guy that said, unalive all Muslims. And yeah. He's an alcoholic. Like, yeah. One thing about Trump, man, you kiss his ass, boy. You all his, man. I'll tell you that. Read a few more of this. He's a TV personality, one of the sources said. A general officer make a recommendation, and he's like, go for it. Go do it. Lord Austin would never be like, go do it. He'll be like, we'll take it under consideration. Several DoD officials told CNN that Hegseth seemed more preoccupied with appearances than with substance. One to appear more lethal than his predecessor in pulling resources from elsewhere in DoD to achieve that image. Your job is to make sure that it's lethally, Hegseth told reporters late last year. Everything else is going. Everything else that distracts from that shouldn't be happening. It says on Monday, troops stormed with M4 assault rifles were seen guarding Hegseth plane at Joint Base Andrews. The security posture stood in a stark contrast to the agents and service members who typically greeted Austin at the Maryland base, who were actually armed only with concealed handguns. While unusual spokesperson for Air Combat Command said that posture aligns with standing orders of personnel, especially when operating in official capacity such as deployments or movements during missions. Uh, then it says at the southern border, down troops surged by Hegseth in recent months have primarily been building barricades. Okay, so I'm in it there, man. So yeah, basically, former um, official saying that yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't. Like, really? Like, you gonna invite somebody that works for a media outlet in there? Like, you didn't think that Goldberg was gonna leak the fucking messages? It had to be Goldberg. It could be anybody. Like, any random person. Like, hell yeah. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. God, America is it's a clown show, man. All right, guys, on to the next. All right, guys, before I get to this next story, be sure to like the video. It helps us out and it don't cost you a thing. So, like the video. I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. So the next story I want to talk about is from Mundo Weiss, an opinion piece. It says, "Why Israel plan to forcefully depopulate Gaza won't work." Then it says this isn't the first time Israel had done it. It won't work this time either. It says the Israeli cabinet approved the creation of a special agency to organize the voluntary immigration of Palestinians from Gaza on Sunday. It was aligned with the announced plan of U.S. President Donald Trump to expel Palestinians from the Strip, even though the U.S. have backed down from it. Israel's Channel 12 reported that the cabinet was briefed on the international dimensions of creating the special agency, and the Israel Defense Ministry was under Israel Katz would oversee the creation and implementation of the expulsion plan. Katz indicated that the ministry would implement the plan with a global and international legal framework in coordination with international organizations in other countries. It added that it would establish the necessary infrastructure to transfer as many Palestinians out of Gaza. Um, First of all, that makes me very, very, very. I mean, y'all know how I feel about this situation, right? But yeah, like kicking Palestinians out of their own land. Um, I'd rather for it to be the other way around. Um, get get Benjamin Netanyahu, Smotrich, and the other guy. Get them the fuck up out of here. Now they need to be under the prison. Um, One state solution. Palestinians should have control of their whole land back, not just Gaza. And yeah, and the Israelis either they'll comply by Palestinian law, or they get the fuck out too. Like Benjamin Netanyahu is European. That's not his land. Oh God, implementation. Like, why would you force these people into other countries? Like they tried. I remember Trump had the Jordan president and Egypt president at the White House. They're like, hey, we can't handle all these people. Like 2 million Palestinians, bro. A little bit less than that now, but that's a lot of people. Like, you gotta have resources for that. Um, it says the idea of establishing a special body to transfer Palestinians from Gaza is not new. In 1971, Israel started a plan to thin out Gaza's population by contacting Palestinians and offering them to transfer them to Egypt. Oh, and it's nice. And it said, in threatening to demolish their homes if they refuse. Wow, that's very, yeah. So basically, you're just forcing them out. You're not asking them like, hey, we'll destroy your property if you don't leave. Yeah, it's typical Israel, right? But this time, Israel's attempt is different. It is explicit, public, and enjoys the full support of the U.S. More importantly, the time is willing to go all the way to accomplish its displacement agenda. But it also won't work in eliminating Palestinian resistance, even if Israel is ethnically cleansed. Um, it says the background in war control of all Palestine. The creation of a special body to expel Palestinians from Gaza has been called for by um, Israeli Finance Minister Smotrich Brazil smokers for months as part of his counter proposal to a ceasefire. On Monday, the Israeli government said in a statement that the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio affirmed to Benjamin Netanyahu in a phone call that Washington undoubtedly supports Israel's policies. Of course, U.S. States is Israel's bitch. And just last week, Israeli media reported that Israel is currently preparing plans to permanently occupy Gaza and control its population. It says all of these plans take place as Israel escalates its wide-ranging military operation in the northern West Bank. They're gonna take over the West Bank. I mean, they doing that now, but yeah, especially in the cities of Jenin, Tulkarem, and Tubas, expelling at least 40,000 Palestinians from their home. In November, Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich said that driving Palestinians out of Gaza, though voluntary migration, will set a precedent to do the same in the West Bank later. In this context, the latest plans to create a special bureau are not isolated from Israel's plan to impose its control over all of Palestine, including its plans to annex the West Bank. This is also in line with Israel's nation-state law passed in the Knesset in 2018, which stipulates the right of self-determination between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea will be exclusive to the Jewish people. It says the decision is the latest episode of Israel's attempt to expel Palestinians from Gaza, which intensified after October 7. In the past 2 months before the ceasefire deal in Gaza, Israel focused on emptying northern Gaza of Palestinians through a complete siege, starvation, and destruction of civil infrastructure and total bombardment. It was a massive operation known as the General's Plan. Meanwhile, Israeli settler groups endorsed by Israeli far-right ministers and lawmakers continue to call for allowing Israelis resettlement of Gaza. So yeah, that's why they're pushing them out. You know, they want to take out Gaza, you know, location by location. So yeah, I'm gonna read this last part here. It says the recent push, Israel is obliterating Palestinian self-governance in Gaza. It says not only Israel destroyed all civilian infrastructure in the Strip and obliterated the health and education system, but it has also assassinated leaders and directors of civil services, especially in the law and order department. Last year, it was with the assassination of the head of Gaza police operations, Farik Mahul, who was in the charge of securing the distribution of humanitarian aid in North Gaza. Read this. It says, since Israel resumed its campaign against Gaza last week, it assassinated a number of civil and political leaders in the Hamas government, including the coordinator of government action in Gaza, the deputy minister of justice, the deputy minister of interior, and the head of security service. On Tuesday, the Palestinian civil defense in Rafah announced that Israeli forces abducted 15 first responders. Israel also continued to hold captive the director of the Kamal Adwan Hospital, Dr. Hassan Adu Saeed, and a number of medics and doctors who were abducted in the North Gaza Medical Center. So, yeah, I'm gonna end it right there. You can read the rest of it yourself. It's on Mundo Weiss. Yeah, I mean, they don't care. It's not gonna work. Because it's not gonna work. They're rather, you know, ethnically cleanse the Palestinian people rather than, you know, it's the goal. And, you know, Donald Trump go greenlight all of this. So, so unfortunate, man. It depresses me. It really does. Like, you know, talking about this stuff, seeing the images we saw over the last year and a half now. Wow, year and a half for this, man. It breaks my heart, man. So, all right, guys, on to the final story. All right, guys, last story. Be sure to hit the like. It don't cost you a thing. And it helps out, it pushes us out in the algorithm. So, like the video. All right, guys. So y'all know who this woman is. I consider her, you know, I like her a lot. Francesca. Something recently happened yesterday. It's crazy. I didn't find out till this morning. It says here, right here. Hope this is big enough for you guys. It says, breaking. Jank has announced I am no longer to appear on the damage report based on disagreements with TYT main host Jank. And yes, calling Jank a bitch for engaging with Dr. Phil, a guy who's joining ICE raids on innocent people. Jank is still doing a 20-minute, very conspiratorial takedown of me to their 6 million subscribers. Anyway, I got a fraction of that, making a fraction of the money. Alas, the Frantifa is strong. Holla at your girl. So yeah, man, subscribe to her. The Bitchuation Room. She I don't, oh Lord, I forgot to take. I don't agree with everything she says. I think her politics is more aligned with Kyle Kalinski's. But she's more reasonable than Kyle. Like I'm pretty sure she'll come on, a channel like mine. We could talk it out. Her strategy, my strategy. Like, hey, just talk. Like, I mean, like, that's crazy. That the some of these PMC, not her, the PMC leftists are just, they just stuck in their own ways. Like, that's what it is. So yeah, Jank fired her. Because his Fifi's got hurt because TYT is dying. I had to say it like this. It's not dying, but it's declining. Okay, TYT is declining. Jank and Anna grifting as usual. Like they grifted to the right, to be honest with you. And now, according to a leak by the Vanguard of all people, Jank is going back to talking about demo dummies. So yeah, like I could have told him like, hey bro, like you shitted on these people forever. Now you're on their side. They just making fun of you, Jank. Like the fuck, but Fred Tifa called him on this bullshit, and he didn't like that. Like Jank is like a lot of these people in these platforms because he got 6 million subscribers on YouTube, and he's on every streaming platform. He think he the shit. He's arrogant, narcissist. Like Jank can't talk about Trump because he just like the dude. Like I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Like, bro, you just like Trump. Like y'all both the same. It's just you. I guess you to the left of Trump, but. Yeah, but I'm finna play this video on what got her fired from TYT. Which I'm glad she did what she did because, oh boy, Jank looks like a fool, man. Like, here we go. Here we go.
Biggest Loser, Jillian Michaels' new show, where she offers lots of sound advice on how to be a perfect, I don't know what she talks about. I really don't care. I don't know. I don't care. But she makes her rounds on right-wing news outlets now. She has her little soft focus studio here. Jank is looking quite soft focusy. And she likes to go on Piers Morgan. And about a few days ago, I think it was Friday, had a fun little moment with Sam Cedar where she basically laughed in his face that there were people who were dying because of USAID cuts. And there are people who are dying because of USAID cuts. But that's okay because they're from brown countries. Nobody cares about them. So this was Jank, and my man talked about me. He talked about me. He invoked my name. One of our hosts. First of all, I've never been a full-time host.
Now, my thing is with this is, like she said, she haven't been a full-time host, which, I ain't gonna lie, Francesca is way nicer than I am. Like, I would literally, it took him a while to remove her. They had that first conversation that I did cover back in December, I think, before Christmas. Like, now it's March, and, it like, to me, like, Jank has Francesca Ferratini syndrome. Like, she lives in his head rent free. And the craziest thing is she didn't call him out his name. Like she didn't troll him or nothing. She just telling the truth. It just, yeah, it's wild. So I'm gonna continue to play it. Jeez Louise, Jank. Jank looks like a fool, man. And play it.
Host. So once again, one of our mercenaries. But let me just caveat this by saying, don't ever speak for me. Don't ever use me. We are not the same. We've proven this many times over. We are not the same. We don't come from the same cloth. And so I would like you to don't claim you sort of like, well, one of our hosts. There's no hour. There's no hour. This is not a weird you speaking for Anna. You guys are the same person, Tweedledee, Tweedledum type situation, okay? I am a me. You can call me by my name. My name is Francesca.
So some on the left, I mean, one of our hosts, pure as that.
Yeah, man. Like, Cenk is a fucking coward, bro. He's a coward. He's a coward. Just plain and simple. Like, he won't call her out her name. But, I mean, she lives in his head rent free, apparently. Like, yeah. Let it play. Let it play. It's wild.
Morgan asked her, so are you okay with Leo Messi playing in women's sports? And by the way, he said it in the most extreme way, if he declared himself a woman tomorrow, even without hormone therapy or anything.
Doesn't work. First of all, that's not what happened. You guys just saw what happened, right? He said if Lionel Messi tomorrow, he didn't say without hormone therapy. I said if he transitioned, caveat. If he transitioned, yes.
I'm telling you, I could give you 19 different studies that show it's not effective.
So first of all, my opinion is, are you nuts? Like if you put Messi in, he'd score 20 goals a game. If you put LeBron in the WNBA, with or without hormones, he'd score 200 points a night.
Okay.
Before she speaks facts here, like this is one thing I hate about the whole women's sports thing, like the trans, the trans people in sports thing, like I doubt that if you put LeBron, let's just say he transitioned, I doubt he will score 200 points. Like, how is that possible to score 200 points in a game? And Lionel Messi scoring 20 goals. I mean, like, damn. I don't know. Like, that don't make any sense. I see a little bit of misogynistic there, Jake. I don't know. But I'm gonna let her cook now.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is full disclosure here. I like men's soccer. Okay, I watch men's soccer. And I don't support women's soccer as much as I should. I just want to be honest with that. Okay, I just gonna be completely 100%. Like, I've seen, like, I haven't seen a Galaxy game, but I'm not a big sports person, number one, but I love soccer. I love Argentine soccer, especially. I like the World Cup, all that. I have watched U.S. women's champions. What are we, 4-5-time champions? Nobody fucking cares. Every time the U.S. women's soccer team wins yet another World Cup, we don't talk about it. We don't herald it. We judge them because they, did something against Trump or they knelt for the national anthem. That's the only time we talk about women's sports, or because we want to make Caitlin Clark some sort of, white damsel in distress against a bunch of black,
Thank you. This is why I love this woman. I love Francesca. She tell the truth. She tell it like it is. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, like nobody gave a shit about the WNBA until Caitlin Clark joined. And in terms of Angela Reese, they shit on her, saying that she has no offensive game, which that's a lie. But like everybody don't have to score 45 points like it's a team. Everybody got strengths. Like I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark is not a lockdown defender. But it's just a normie sports fan. Like, but yeah, like it's sad. Like, Candace Parker. Like people probably know who she is, and she retired 2 years ago. Like people act like Caitlin Clark created the WNBA. The WNBA came out of thin air because Caitlin Clark. I don't hate Caitlin Clark. I think she will be a good player. I just had to put that in here as a side note. I'm just. And also too because she's white. Like, United States is a racist ass country, guys. You got to understand that. Like, it's coming from a black guy. Like, it's a racist ass country. Like, yeah, black women's perceived in ways I ain't gonna discuss here because it's not good. So having Caitlin Clark in there, always watchable. And I remember people shitting on the WNBA when I was watching it even before Caitlin Clark got joined. Like I was watching it for a long time. And it's a lot of good players that should be talked about, but they not. Like every time you turn on ESPN, it's Caitlin Clark this, Caitlin Clark that. Now they talking about Juju Watkins. hope you get better, Juju. Please get better. Like, I hope she come back next year strong. She tore ACL. She probably ain't gonna be back until when is probably like January, February. An ACL tear, no joke, but yeah, like yeah, but again, I'm just talking about the WNBA in particular. Like, Juju plays college basketball, but yeah, it's a racist ass country. Oh God, I love Francesca, man. She fine.
WNBA players, that's the only time we talk about women's sports is when we're trying to be low-key racist or sexist about it. But the idea that Lionel Messi would score 20 points, 20 goals if he played in the U.S. women's team, like what?
That's
like a friendly, is bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, do you know how many points are scored in soccer generally? Do you understand how they work? I'm not saying he wouldn't do well. I could see him getting like 6 off.
And this is my stance on transgender women playing in women's sports. Let me say this: I don't care. I mean, I still watch it. Like, they transitioned. It's not like they didn't transition to playing. That's a totally different thing. Like, Jank is busy. Like, instead of him talking about, hey man, maybe we need to like organize on the ground and do something productive with your channel, do mutual aid with 6 million subscribers. You know how much that get out there? Just bringing mutual aid with an account with 6. He want to talk about that shit. Like, Jank. But back to this.
20? What do you like? This is like so stupid. Like, who do you think the women's team are? Do you think like female athletes just aren't good athletes? Because I'm starting to feel like you think female athletes aren't good athletes.
Jank is like a lot of other men. They think that women should not play sports. They think women should do other things. Like, sports is a man's game. It should be for men only. That's a lie. To be honest with you, I'd rather watch women sports than men's sports. I'd rather, like, men's sports isn't good anymore. I'd rather watch women's sports because women, especially in the WNBA, like, they play the game right compared to the NBA. The NBA, these players, they get paid all that money. To be honest with you, like, they still, I get, the intricacies of it. They're still, not working class, but they still workers. They are workers, but get paid a lot more than me and you. So, and women play the game right, and they still underpaid. So, yeah, we ain't bring up the underpaid aspect of it, like, but hey.
Athletes.
Okay, and I've read the studies. They always say, "Oh, there's studies," and they never read them. Then they got to the absurdity of Floyd Mayweather going into women's boxing if he declares himself a woman. Do not say yes to that. Do not say yes to that, because they're gonna hurt someone, and when they do, you're gonna lose the country even more.
100%.
Then you're not.
Man, I bet Jank was the same one person that thought in the Olympics that woman boxer was a man. That, remember that boxing Olympics last year? Some of you guys might remember if you watch the Olympics. I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I'm pretty sure he thought that too. Turns out it was a woman. But it's like ignorance around people, like, But here we go.
Protecting trans rights. You're walking them backwards.
Oh my God. So imagine, guys, if I had said, yes, I think Messi should transition. And I think that, Usain Bolt could transition and play in women's sprinting. But I don't think Floyd Mayweather. And I was honest about that. I've said before that I should have said the joke, Floyd Mayweather shouldn't transition because he's hit enough women in his life. And that was a total missed opportunity. But if I was like, yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, not Floyd Mayweather. I mean, okay, but just not in boxing. Like every other sport, but like not boxing. Because like women are like fragile and stuff, and like they can't do that. What would it look like as someone who believes women are absolutely capable of boxing? What would it look like as someone who absolutely believes trans people should play in sports? What would it look like argumentatively to say 3 out of the 4 examples you are bad faith lobbing at me, I think could play as a trans woman, but this 4th one shouldn't. Cenk thinks I should have not said that. Like, that's so.
Yeah, that was a smear. That was by intent. Like, Cenk, you smeared this woman for no reason. Again, like I said earlier, like, damn, bro, like, you that damn petty, Cenk? Cenk Hugo's a petty dude, man. Petty as fuck.
Fucking dumb. On every level, that's dumb. It's morally wrong, it's argumentatively wrong, it's politically wrong. And we're talking about a hypothetical. And this is the problem, is like, there are people, and I think like John Idarola, our good buddy, is one of them, who we come to
about John Idarola, yeah, I like John. I think John should leave TYT and start on his own. I watch it because like Cenk and Anna are a mess. They are a mess. And I think John Idarola is the most reasonable, just like I thought Kyle was, but after watching that clip, yeah, I might look at Kyle differently now. John, is a reasonable guy. I think that a lot of these people that work for TYT is putting up with Cenk and Anna bullshit. I don't think they like it. They don't like it. Some people left because of stuff he said about trans people and all that stuff. But yeah, man, like it comes to a point in time, like. But the craziest thing, though, I'm gonna get to that before when this ends. But okay, we got 5 minutes left for this.
We argue this, and I don't take this tack. We argue this tack on, hey, you're using a hypothetical for a population that is about 0.3% trans athletes, right? We're talking about less than a percentage point. Why are you distracting us with these issues? Why are you throwing up these hypotheticals? This is all meant.
Like, exactly. Like, you know the percentage of trans people in this country is? Less than 1%. And the right is taking this shit and running with it like it's oh God. And they know they always say too, they want to make your child trans at school. I'm like, no, they don't. They just want to educate your child. While you worried about cultural bullshit, how about you motherfuckers fund these schools so the child can get a good education? But y'all won't do that though. Like Trump trying to cut the Department of Education, but it's a distraction.
As a massive distraction and as a way to dehumanize, a population like that. That's a fine way to take it. But where I take it is, nah, man, I stand with trans people being able to play in sports. I see that you're doing a bad faith hypothetical, but I also stand with them. Even if you weren't doing a bad faith hypothetical, I would still stand with them. Do you know what I mean? It's a 2 different tacks here. So, but Cenk thinks that no, we gotta give them a win because then they're gonna stop coming. If I say that trans women shouldn't participate in collegiate or higher level of sport, they're gonna stop there. They didn't. They just didn't. Trump's executive order applies to all people. When we're talking children included, we're talking about high schools, we're talking about elementary schools. This is all people. These are the athletic bans that are coming down in red states across this country. They are for all. Specifically, they're focused on children. So Cenk's line up until this point has been, no, it's at the collegiate level and above. I think once you get to the college level and above, that's when it's bad. So he would be on board with what the NCAA said recently. But you're so dumb. You're so dumb. I don't even know how to explain it to you anymore. Unless, this is the other option, unless you also are a transphobe. You know what I'm saying? Unless you also...
I don't know. I speculate too, especially now. Yeah, Cenk sound like he's one. I ain't gonna say he is for sure, but sound like one.
Are kind of a misogynist, unless you also were like, yeah, man, men just kind of like can rock on women. You know what I'm saying? Like they strong and like Messi would score 20,000 points. Like, this makes no sense. No one is giving you props. No one is giving. This is the same person who told me that as long as they're deporting the criminal undocumenteds, that's all hunky-dory. Laughed in my face about there ever being any kind of detention camps. Hello, Guantanamo. Capitulates to the right-wing framing that Venezuelan gangs from Tren de Aragua are taking over everywhere, and we've got to get rid of them. Meanwhile, they're innocent Venezuelans.
That's crazy. That's crazy that Anna, I remember Anna ran with that story. Like, the apartment was towed up from the floor up. Oh, God. Like, yeah, they pivoted to the right. Obviously, that's what they doing. That's how you pivot to the right. They ain't no different than Fox News, man. That's all. That's all. If you watch Fox News, that's all you see. Immigrant, you know, mess with a woman in a park. Always some crazy shit like that, man. They ain't no different.
Venezuelans being held in Guantanamo right now. What has it got you? What did it get you? When you go and fucking share a stage with Dr. fucking Phil, what did it get you? Nothing. You know why? Because you look like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You look like a bitch.
Oh, shit. The way she said that, though. She said, you look like a bitch. I love her, man. Yeah, I think that right there, that hurt Jake's feelings. He called, Francesca called Jake a bitch. Oh, Jake said, all my feelings. Man. Wow. Jake, you the one that perpetrated this situation, bro. Like apparently that conversation y'all had before Christmas, around Christmas time, I'll say, like apparently that really bothered you. And you know, Anna was supposed to go on her show and they supposed to talk too. And Anna chickened out. Like y'all talk a good game, but y'all some cooks, man. Jake is a cook, bro. Almost done with this though.
That's what it is. Like, that's just what it comes down to. You don't look like a fighter.
Nope.
You don't look smart.
Nope.
You look like a bitch. That's just the reality. I've tried to tell it to you nicely. I've tried to tell.
And she said it playfully. Like, I'm pretty sure she don't want to go that route. But sometimes, man, people just, she did not say a thing about you like you and Anna's strategy of pivoting to the right until she had invited you on her show and y'all talked about it, you know, face to face, you know. Like, she did it the right way. A lot of people just roast your ass, right? Like I probably did in the past. A lot of people, like, jeez.
Tell it to you cordially.
Yep.
I've tried to tell it to you on your show, on my show, on every show. And so,
not a bad person.
Either you A, are a bitch, or B, you actually agree with the right. And I'm starting to think, in fact, I do think it's the latter. And again, it's okay to be a centrist. It's okay. And this is the final point on all this. The final point on this is something that Anat Shenker-Osorio said yesterday. I had her on my show explicitly because after this election, you know, I think a lot of us have been racked with this idea, you know, it's like, and we've been told this the woke left and that's the problem. And they just wanted so much and they're so mean on Twitter to me specifically in my mentions, right? And something that Anat said, let me read it to y'all. The job of a good message isn't to say what's popular. It's to make popular what we need said. And she also said, and I said,
I'm gonna end it there, because she, you know, I'm gonna end it there. But yeah, I mean, Jank, man, like, you fired this woman for calling you a bitch. Like, she been nice, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Francesca is a nice person. Like anybody else, like they called you out directly, bro. Like when a few of your former colleagues left TYT, like they called you out, bro, over the trans stuff. So I mean, it's jank, man. Like this is why TYT is frailing, man. They're frailing. Like the griff ain't working, bro. Francesca and John was really the two best people they had on that network. Especially a person that don't like Jank and Anna anymore. Like, and now Francesca's going. She's gonna do her own thing, which is great. I mean, she's been doing her own thing. Like, she's a comedian too. Like, she's doing her own thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's good. And she has a show. She speaks truth to power. Like, I'd rather watch her stuff than watch TYT any day. Like, I don't watch that shit. TYT with Jank and Anna's garbage, bro. Now, John Alarola, yeah. Well, I don't look at that either, but I would look at it, But like, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna end this stream because it's way over time. Like, John, like, bro, if you ever come across this video, man, you need to leave. Get your YouTube channel, man. Start your own shit. Because Jank, man, like Jank and Anna, like they don't deserve good faith people like you and Francesca. They really don't. So, all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of the Good Faith Show. I'm in a good mood, so yeah, never take your good moods for granted, because when you go into a depression, like you don't want to leave. I've been going through hell, guys, but just keep me in your thoughts. I'm doing all right now, but yeah, some days, man, I don't even want to get out to bed. This is a guy that loves the gym too. Like, I gotta be in the gym. So, all right, guys. Before I go, on the bottom right there, follow the official ATP Network Twitter account at ATP Network 247, and follow the crew on Twitter. That's our handles right there. We on there. Like, we always post stuff, so you never get tired. And also too, like the video. I always say like the video, because when y'all like it, more people watch it. And I believe the copyright strike and our rhetoric is YouTube is holding us down. So you really got to like the video. And Rumble, I'm not really studying them, because Rumble, my content ain't Rumble friendly. And Twitch, like, it's ain't really no political base on Twitch. Twitch is a gaming platform. And yeah, so yeah, like the video. And that's all I got to say. All right, guys, that wraps up the episode of the Good Faith Show. I'm Andre Morton signing out. And oh yeah, the per usual, fuck Bisman and